Luke. Last weekend we visited our daughter Alice in Dublin. She's married to Matthew from Glasgow and they have one little boy, Luke, aged 4.5. Luke is naturally doted upon and is generally the recipient of his parents' undivided attention. Despite this, or perhaps even because of it, Luke is very good-natured and affectionate. He's also blessed with a powerful imagination. He's a chatterbox and has a remarkable understanding of language and concepts. For example, he can tell you what carnivorous dinosaurs like to eat as compared to their herbivorous cousins. And as if that wasn't enough information, he will point out that some dinos, yes, dinos, are actually omnivorous. He patiently explains to his awestruck grandparents that this means they will eat anything. I'd like now to share some of the gems Luke came out with over the weekend. Firstly, when we accompanied Luke's mum, Alice, to collect him from the lovely garden of his play school on Friday, I was dearly hoping for a big hug from him. He didn't disappoint. He threw himself at both of us and we each got the tightest hug ever. Bliss. But there was more to come. The icing on the cake for me was when, out of nowhere, he presented me with a single daisy. Just for me. Where did he learn that? The rightness of this gesture. Needless to say, I glowed for the rest of the day. Now, Luke's interest in animals goes far beyond dinosaurs and covers not just pets or farm animals, but all kinds of wild animals and underwater life. His favourite game at the moment is, what animal am I? He crouches down or crawls along the floor, emitting squeaks or growls, whichever suits, flaps his arms or pivots around before asking, well, who am I? Prompted by his mum, we shout out, a scorpion, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. No, he says, I'm a peacock. Look, I spin out my feathers so females love me. Wow, spinning out feathers, a perfect description. As for females loving him, you'd have to wonder if he has some unconscious insight into the laws of attraction in the bird kingdom. Unfortunately for Luke, keeping a pet, dogs are his favourites, just isn't possible with both parents working. But fortunately, the family have friends willing to lend their little Cocker Spaniel Cookie from time to time. As her name suggests, Cookie is a soft brown in colour with long drooping ears and is of a nervous disposition. Initially, she used to growl at Luke, but he never took fright. Now they are the best of pals, sitting together and cuddling while watching cartoons. In fact, Alice told us that when Cookie was last in the house, she overheard Luke ask her 3 times to marry him. Alice had no idea where he had heard the word marry before. When Luke arrives home from a long day at play school, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m, his mum sensibly lets him chill for a while by watching what she assures us are very informative and stimulating cartoons. On Friday afternoon, I was hoping for another cuddle when Luke was curled up on the couch, and I asked him if he would like me to join him. The reply I got was worthy of a mindfulness coach. "No," he said, "don't sit down with me. I want peace and quiet, no people." Since space requires me to limit my number of Lukeisms, I feel still that I must include my personal favourite. Luke's granddad, that is, my beloved husband of 44 years, and I were chatting in the presence of the little fellow when Grandad happened to say that something I had done was rather stupid. Well, if he did, my little knight in shining armour leapt to my defence. "Granny," says he, "is not stupid." "Come here to me, boy," says I, and I wrapped him up in the tightest hug ever, while Luke pronounced solemnly, "Stupid is a bad word." So you see, out of the mouth of babes